We're in. 30 seconds before kickoff. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, we're in. He's just dialing. So we could even be on the web. This is some sort of miracle. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, Shots fans. We are here. Long story, details covered later. We are here at the new lawn. The game is about to kick off, and by some miracle, we are on air, online.
Let's hear you. Come on,
Shots! Right. Alongside me, Rob Worrell, is Julian Walters. Or is it Waters? I'm having a moment.
With an L.
With an L. We're underway. The Shots are in their home kit of red and blue striped shirts, red shorts and red socks. Forest Green in their home kit, which is green with black flashes. They are in stonking form, Forest Green. Shots, just 2 wins in 16 in the league, but those of us that have been at the games, Julian, know it's not as bad as that sounds. It's not good, but it has been peppered with a few wins in the FA Trophy and the National League Cup. So you do what you want with statistics, as Shots give away a corner early on with Dan Ellison.
Yeah, 2 wins out of 16 isn't the greatest of forms, but as Shots supporters, we always live in hope, and we've set out with a good attacking lineup today, but the focus at the moment is on the defence and making sure that we don't concede early on.
Steve, Graham, Mike, thanks for confirming you can hear us. Forest Green have taken the short corner short to Adam May. Ball into the box is knocked down, back-heeled into the path for the number 8. He's been turning one way and the other, gets a shot in, it's cleared up and away by Mag Homer, and again on the wind it's going to spin viciously. And well done, Ollie Scott, I think, or was it? No, Ryan Jones, actually, despite the ball on the wind spinning viciously. Forest Green, by the way, with that wind in the first half, he managed to keep it in, or so he thought. Is it a throw or is it a corner? We're about to find out.
Yeah, it's a throw.
I think even the Forest Green players don't know. Now it's been confirmed it's a throw. We are in the second minute. It's 0-0. We're at the new lawn, National League. Forest Green with the ball in, cleared away by Ellison. Barham will try and get there at the same time as Moore Taylor, but he can't. Forest Green have got it, and they boss everywhere, Julian, don't they? They've got the best away record in the National League, and third or fourth best, considering they're a couple of home games behind everyone else due to pitch issues. Here's Harry Cardwell. He's unloaded initially by Ellison, but then he gets his cross in. A little bit too much adrenaline on that though, and it won't be kept in on the far side. Throw into Aldershot in the left back position. 2.25 minutes gone. Quickly the teams for you, listeners. Thanks for persevering today. All sorts of issues getting here, but that doesn't matter now. We're here. In goal, Marcus Dewhurst returns. A back 3, and we'll confirm this as we see the shape play out, but I think it's Ellison on the right side of the centre back 3, Mag Homer in the middle, Ollie Scott on the left. Your 2 Joneses left and right, Ryan and Aaron. Tetek and Hargreaves in the middle. Frost and Henry behind Jack Barham, and now Aldershot have forced a corner. Jack Barham snapping away at the heels at the biggest of those Forest Green centre-backs, Ryan Innes, if you remember him from the game at the EBB on the opening day of the season, which was an absolute belter. Finished 3-3, and the Shots have got themselves a throw in here. We're just past the 3rd minute. Not even managed to open my pad or make any notes, but it doesn't care. This is the way to do it, just arriving by the seat of your pants at the last minute. Apologies, listeners. In comes the throw from Ryan Jones. Forest Green players queuing up to head it away, but they can only head it as far as Ryan Jones. Cross comes in. Oh, it dips dangerously underneath the bar. And Jed Ward in the Forest Green goal, Julian, couldn't take any chances. He got fingertips on it and he steered it behind for a corner. The first corner of the game to the Shots.
Really good cross in from Ryan Jones there. Dipping, keeper really unsure, had to pass it away. It's gone for another corner. Ryan Jones is coming over now to take that corner, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, should be a left-footed in swinger if he can get it swinging in against the wind. In it comes, it's swinging out, and it's headed out by Forest Green. James Henry, believe it or not, is the second deepest of the outlying players. Ollie Scott's the furthest. He sends it forward. Barham competes for it. He's not going to win it anyway. The offside flag was going up, but I think the officials just said, you know what, it's going through to the keeper, let him catch it, and let's crack on. 4.5 minutes gone here at the new lawn, and I can hear something coming back to me through. Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit of commentary in the ear.
I don't know where it's quite why it's coming back. We'll see if we can work that out. But it's coming through slightly delayed in Julian's ear, which is not helping. Here's a ball in. Dewhurst off his line, gathers quickly. McCann was there and interested, but Dewhurst snaffles, and Julian, he's back in the side. Probably, all things considered, the logical choice, but we do feel for Jordy van Stapperschoof. Nobody ever intends, as that kick finds touch. Everybody gives their all for Aldershot Town, and Geordie had done in the last 3 or 4 games, but unfortunately when you're a goalkeeper, as Hugo said afterwards, your mistakes tend to get magnified.
Yeah, unfortunately for Geordie last week, it wasn't his best game. Dewhurst was waiting to go back in. He's back in today, which is great news for the shots. He's just kicked the ball from the goal area there, and it's gone flying in for a throw. The wind is definitely in Aldershot's favour.
Forest Green with the ball in their own half, chipping it forward, nobody up there. Dewhurst will come out of his goal to receive, one touch, and then he'll kick long. And again, the quicker the players can adjust to the wind, the better. It's not easy, Julian, is it? It's a bit of a swirling wind. It's effectively a 3 sides open ground, isn't it? There's a little bit of bank terracing all around, but it's very shallow other than in this main stand.
Yeah, we're definitely using the wind to our advantage so far. You know, with that early corner we had, the idea I think is going to be to put the ball into the corners and put the Forest Green defence under pressure. They've not had they've had it all their own way this season so far.
Here's a ball in from Frost. Innes will cushion that header into the path of Adam May, former Shots Lonely of course, during his time at Cambridge United. And for some reason I can still hear my voice coming. Is it coming through your headphones or from someone listening to the commentary? Okay, I'll have to try and figure out why the commentary could be delayed in Julian's ears. I really don't know. Can you hear me speaking to you live? You can?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Right, so we need to drop down Aldershot. Oh, are they winning it there with Tetek? No. Our referee today says Michael Crushnam says no foul. Forest Green continue down the right side, and they're bursting down to the flank, and Ollie Scott does really well to stop the cross at the expense of a corner. That'll be the first one to Forest Green, and it's hard to take everything in when you arrive so late. But Julian, the one thing I'm noticing, a swollen ground and a great atmosphere, and heady times these at the new lawn. Meanwhile, at the other end, Tetek is in some discomfort still. He claimed he was fouled. Referee was close, said nothing of it, but he still needs treatment, and this doesn't look good news for the Shots midfielder.
Yeah, Tetek is struggling at the moment. Looks like a knee problem.
He's having his best run of games for Shots without injury, isn't he?
Absolutely. This is the worst possible news if this isn't looking good. But yeah, with regard to your comments on the ground, it's a lovely ground here. It's a relatively new one, although having said that, they are looking to get a new ground soon. But yeah, a good healthy support from Aldershot as well. We've got a good 250, perhaps 300 supporters over on the far side, so hopefully they'll have something to cheer.
Well, he's up and he's limping, and while we got this stoppage in play, if he can hear me, our producer, any clues as to why we can hear myself back about 30 seconds later? It's quite off-putting for me and my co-commentator Julian. And also, question to you, the listeners: are you hearing me twice and slightly delayed, or just once and clearly? And if it is just once and clearly, then we'll crack on and we'll try and block it out as best we can, Julian. Never heard it in 8 years of commentary, that. Never heard it. Not a clue from the producer. Thanks for your listening, Cameron. Forest Green have taken the corner short. In it comes left-footed, half cleared, and then fully cleared by Tyler Frost. But everybody's back with hands on to the pump. Great effort by Hargreaves to get there, you know. And in the end, Forest Green have to go all the way back to their keeper, Jed Ward. And I've pretty much sussed out the Aldershot Town team and formation. I worked it out with the little clues on the way here. Haven't got my head around the Forest Green team at all. Apologies if you... Oh, Tetek's okay to come back on. That's great news, Julian.
Yep, just waiting to be called back on by the ref.
Should
need to manage it for the next few minutes. He's back on now.
Should be noted though, and we've got the substitutes here, that Theo Widrington's finished serving his suspension. Great news, he's back available. So Van Stappershoef, Bird, Widrington, Corbett, Stuttle, Mullins and Meniyesi, the subs. Forest Green coming down the right, great win from Ellison. He hopes to have kept it in play as well, he hasn't, and then he just nudges it away. He needs to be careful he doesn't get done for delaying a restart here. And there's a throw in to Forest Green, down by the corner flag away to our left. We're exactly 10 minutes in, listeners. We're at the new lawn. The pitch looks lovely actually. What's not helping the game conditions is the wind. We've got sunshine, there's no rain, the pitch is good, it's just the wind which is every footballer's worst nightmare. It's a back pass, Henry could get onto it, brilliant recovery from the Forest Green number 3, Sean Long. I think Henry spotted what had happened with the back pass quickly, but he just couldn't get there quick enough. Julian?
Yeah, Henry saw what was going on there, made a run into the sort of inside forward channel and was just pipped to the ball. Ball's gone out for a throw in a really good attacking position for the shots. Let's see what we can do with this.
Okay, 0-0 in the 11th minute. Ryan Jones on the left hand side plays the ball back to Ollie Scott, and then they'll come across the back three. Mag Homer's going to send the ball out to the right, looking for Aaron Jones. Does well, keeps it in, heads it inside. Tetek heads it on, but he can only head it into the path of May, who strokes it out to the left to Teddy Jenks, the left-sided player. He tries a ball into the penalty area now to Charlie McCann. McCann sends a ball in, but just before he can strike, Cardwell, Ollie Scott gets there and toes it behind for another Forest Green corner. Their third of the game now.
Yeah, good covering from Ollie Scott there. He's moved across from the natural left-sided position of the back three, covered across really well there. That did look dangerous, but again we dealt with it comfortably. So the corner's going to come in shortly, and just got to make sure that we switch on and make sure everyone's marked up for this. Okay,
in comes the corner, right-footed to the near post. Ellison eventually clears it away. Must have flown past a few players of both sides, and then is clipped out to the left. Adam May keeps it in. He's going to send in a nice looking cross, and it's cleared away off the line by Christian Maghomer, and then Aaron Jones completes the clearance, and it'll be a throw into Forest Green halfway inside the Aldershot Town half. We are 12 minutes in, and it is 0-0. Sunshine and floodlights, an unusual combination, which has got Julian and I holding our hands up. The sunshine's away to our left over the stand in front of the goal that Aldershot are defending. Forest Green, plenty of possession here, lovely little 1-2s, and Jenks is into the penalty areas to the byline, tries a shot and he drags it wide. It's blocked, cleared. Cardwell's on the floor holding his shin. Meanwhile Aaron Jones clears off of a Forest Green player, and it goes up in the air, holds up a little bit on the wind. Jones has got it again now, sends it forward, a little double ricochet. Forest Green have got it. Jenks is going to try a shot, and he curled it brilliantly, but it's just high, just rising, just wide, and the Shots goal survives. 13 minutes gone, Forest Green 0, Aldershot Town 0.
Really good work from Forest Green there. They pinned Shots back into the corner, couldn't get rid of it. In the end, Teddy Jenks from Forest Green was able to get on the ball just on the corner of the penalty spot, curled a lovely shot which was just over the bar. Could easily have dropped in, but thanks for Aldershot's sake that it went off for a goal kick. Dewhurst is now going to kick into the Forest Green half, and the wind is going to take this one again.
I won't go into detail during the game now, but my co-commentator today, Julian, has been absolutely brilliant, offering his help. Sometimes when it didn't help in the end, but he's literally gone the extra mile, and he's played his part in making sure this commentary goes ahead today. And I'm so chuffed that we got it going with about 30 seconds to go before the kick-off. Welcome wherever you're listening from around the country and around the world. If any of our absent Shots are listening in today, then hello to you as well. We of course, wish all the best to Tommy Widrington. Hopefully he's got his NLTV connection sorted out this week, in which case he won't be listening to this commentary. Ball inside right channel from Forest Green, a little too heavy, goes all the way through to Dewhurst. 14 minutes gone. Forest Green Rovers, just a couple of points off the top of the league, unbeaten in 10 games, 1 defeat in 17, none here at all at home. Nil, Aldershot Town nil. Barham he's pushed there, but I don't think he's going to get anything. It's just a little bit of weight into him from the Forest Green skipper, Jordan Moore-Taylor, and that sort of contact that's kind of allowed in the game these days. Clear shove, wasn't it? But referee, no sympathy for Barham.
Yeah, I don't think the ref was going to buy that one, although at one point it looked as if Barham was going to get onto the ball first, but we're just holding a really good pressing line at the moment. It looks like Forest Green will try and play out from the back, but they've decided against it now, and that's partly down to our good formation from the goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like a 4 at the back for Forest Green, with then a holding midfield. I'll give you the rest of the shape as and when. That holding midfield player is on the ball now. Adam May sends it out to the right hand side. Great control to the byline, pulled back and across, half cleared. Shots have got bodies where it matters, and they've got onto the second balls as well. And in all honesty, they're riding a little bit of fortune here, but they're getting bodies back. They're putting bodies on the line, and their sheet is clean. 15 and a half minutes in, just only really decent balls into the area so far from Forest Green. No clear-cut opportunities, no saves as such for Dewhurst to make, and none of course at the other end either. My pad is open now. Eventually formations and teams are going down, and that's another thing, listeners, that Julian's helping with. He's just keeping a bit of continuity with the commentary. Thank you, Julian, while I put a little bit of detail down on the pad. Here's a back pass to the Forest Green goalkeeper, May, and it looks like a bit of a diamond midfield almost, and then sort of Cardwell right up the middle, attackers right and left, and then so a 4-3-3 if you like, of sorts.
Yeah, Christian Deutsch is normally up front for Forest Green, but Cardwell's coming today. He's prolific at this level. He's scored goals everywhere he's gone, to be honest. So they look like they've gone for a little bit more muscle up front to probably challenge our back three. They said in their commentary before the game that they were looking to expose our weaknesses, and that may be what the reason for that change is. At the moment, Forest Green are just throwing the ball in from their left back position, and just the last couple of minutes we've had a little bit more possession.
Ball over the top, it's being chased forward, but it's got a little bit of breeze behind it, and that helps Marcus Dewhurst on this occasion. It's being chased by the number 16 Harvey Bunker, and he's the one I can't quite pin his position at the minute, Julian. So when you get a thought on that, let me know. He's just gone a little bit further forward then.
Yeah, number 10 role. So he's sort of supporting Cardwell up front, but just dropping back in when they haven't got the ball.
Here's Jones coming forward. Tetek gets a foot on it, but that will go into touch. It'll be a throw into Forest Green in front of Julian and myself. So we are 15 yards, 20 yards or so into what is currently the half Forest Green are defending. So we're in the right hand half of the pitch, the end that Shots are attacking, and Shots win the knockdown. Tetek up to Barham, gives it to Tetek to Barham again, Jones, and then Barham's chasing a lost cause, and again he's just eased off of it, and he bounces off the very same player, Jordan Moore-Taylor. And it's one of those, if Aldershot were the home side today, the cry for a foul would have been so loud, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you're never going to get them. But
absolutely, Barham and Moore-Taylor, it's a really good battle up front there. Moore-Taylor's used his experience. He's an EFL player with loads of experience. He's just sort of got his body in between Barham and the ball, and unfortunately it's gone against the Shots.
Yeah, the one thing that I expected getting here so late due to a breakdown was that there was bound to be a goal in the first couple of minutes. There hasn't been, but here's McAllister getting in on the right side now. Again, can he make his cross? He can this time, I think. Oh, what a save! Marcus Dewhurst headed back in, half cleared, and then cleared away by Tetek. An absolutely stunning one-handed save when frankly it looked like the ball was in the back of the net. Forgive me in the moment, was it Cardwell?
Yeah, Cardwell header. Oh, it was a point blank shot from inside the 6-yard box. How Dewhurst got to that, I will never know. And then he followed up with another save as well. So he has definitely kept the shots in the game with 2 outstanding saves there. We've just got a throw in the right back position and just easing the pressure off a little bit. But that was an amazing double save from Dewhurst.
Yeah, and the first real clear-cut chance of the game, listeners, coming in the 19th minute. Good ball across. Cardwell fires it towards goal, and to all intents and purposes it's going in, Julian, isn't it? It is a goal. And then Marcus Dewhurst gets involved at full stretch, one-handed, off balance, and then the ball goes up in the air, and I think Shot's player got a header on it, and it was almost over Dewhurst, a Forest Green player. It was almost over Dewhurst, but he clutched at it, steered it towards Tetek, I think, and then Tetek got it away. Here's Henry getting the ball, sending it out to the left-hand side. I think it'll have too much on it, it will. Brian Jones can't keep it in, but the shots look very determined today. Of course they're going to be without the ball for the majority of the game. Of course Forest Green, in the richest vein of form you could possibly imagine, are going to dominate. But the shots are holding them out, and here's a poor clearance, and Henry shuts it down at the feet of the keeper. Ball inside, Henry's back onto it again. Claims for handball by Forest Green, not given. Aaron Jones turns neatly, carries on a run inside, and then just maybe takes the wrong option. Jenks is onto it, he clears it back to his defender. Cleared forward, McHomer will win in the air. Aaron Jones helps it on, headed away by Moore Taylor, headed back by Ellison. And then Hargreaves jumps, can't win it cleanly, but Frost knocks it down into space on the right hand side. He's up against his man, and it's just towed into touch by Robson, who I think Julian will confirm is playing as the left back, Jamie Robson.
Forest Green are playing with a back 4 at the moment. Robson's on the left. The interesting thing for the shots is that Tyler Frost and James Henry are playing slightly different positions today.
Okay.
Henry's right up top alongside Barham, in the role that Barrett's been holding for the last few games, and I think that's a really, really good move for the shots. He is causing problems up there, and with Frost's energy and athleticism as a sort of behind the front 2, we're starting to cause them a few problems.
All right, that's the voice of Julian Walters, and Forest Green put it into touch. We're now 21 minutes, nearly 22 minutes in. Forest Green played at home last weekend. Narrow win against Boston, and Boston had a massive opportunity to level late on. So they got the 3 points, but they were made to work hard from it by one of the league's bottom 4, and that's what we know about this league. It doesn't matter where you are in the league. Every team has its day. Every team's capable of beating another. Forest Green sweeping the ball forward, difficult one. McHomer clears it forward initially, and then it catches the wind with too much height and goes over his head and into touch. Throw into Forest Green. 22 and a half minutes gone. We're halfway through the first half, and it is here on BBC Radio Surrey and on the BBC Sport app. Forest Green Rovers 0, Aldershot Town 0. Good work from Hargreaves. It'll be another throw to Forest Green to be taken by the left back, number 17, Jamie Robson. Held up by Cardwell. He goes back, initially can't find a Forest Green player, and then Bunker spreads it out to the right. Can Long keep it in? He can, but he can only send it to the feet of Jones. Jones clears forward, and Innes is onto that. It drifts into touch. It'll be a throw in just inside their own half to Forest Green, and I'll get to a couple of messages as and when I can. I'll also get to the scores elsewhere when he can. Thank you very much. The best wishes, Steve Brett, Greg Thornett, Colin Hayden, all of you, Mike Winfield as well, and big Tony Matthews, who's listening in Cambridgeshire with Sue, both going for a 2-1 win to the Shots. Well, that would be just their 3rd win in 17 league matches, and Forest Green have only lost once in 17. So what do we say about stats, Julian? They're there to be broken.
Absolutely. Well, Forest Green have been unbeaten since April. Actually, their last loss here was 2-0 to MK Dons back when they were in the league. In fact, they've won all their home games bar 2, and they've only conceded 6. So yeah, they have been really dominant here, but records there are to be broken, and so far after 23 minutes Shots have gone. It's gone to game plan.
Thank you very much. Here's Henry shutting down his man, forced to clear into touch. I won't go into details. I often wonder if there's many people listening. There are a lot, because I've had a lot of messages. Kevin Warwick, Chris Maynard, Mike Brown, Andy Mitchin and Martin Mosley, Graham Whitehead. All of you have messaged to say you can hear us loud and clear and just once. So we'll put up with a little bit of feedback we've got. Throw in taken. Hargreaves into the feet of Henry, inside the penalty area. Oh, he just thought Frost was going outside of him. Played it into a pocket of space. Frost was on a slightly different wavelength. The two of them have a little chat now. Just one of those things, and had they been on the same wavelength, Frost would have been to the byline and been able to pull a ball across. It didn't happen. But Bright from the shots, who are working hard out of possession and looking like they've got a goal or so in them going forward. And even in those last 4 games, last 5 games in the league, believe it or not, they've scored 10 goals Aldershot. They're just conceding too many. And I tell you what, it's not going the way that the Shots fans want, but it's one heck of a ride. And this is what the fans demanded when Tommy Widrington come in. We want plenty of options going forward. We want entertainment. We want goals, and it's the balance at the other end they've got to find. Here they come at the other end. Tetek with a ball in, and it's a good ball in. Barham jumps. He can't get there, and it is the skipper Jordan Moore-Taylor who has to head it behind for Shots' second corner of the game. 25 minutes, 25 seconds gone, 0-0 here at the new lawn.
Yeah, it's good to see the Shot supporters getting behind the team. Ryan Jones is just about to take this corner. He started that move, found Tetek down the left-hand side, lovely cross in, and all Forest Green could do was to knock it out for a corner. So
yeah, change of corner taker now. I think Frost's going to send in an in-swinger because they're against the wind, and it comes. Headed away at the near post by Adam May. Looks as though Ollie Scott should get there first. He'll put it on his left foot and send it right back in. And it's flicked on by a Forest Green player, and I think they'll gather it at the far stick. The keeper, Jed Ward, does. To be honest, if anybody had been coming in at the far post, that flick on by the Forest Green player would have been a perfect one, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm really impressed with James Henry. We know he's got that experience, but he's making things tick in that advanced position. And things are coming off of him, which is really good to see.
Ball is in touch over on the far side. Shots players down on the floor. Forest Green Rovers fans are jeering. It's Ollie Scott. He's up and he's okay. Meanwhile, it's a free kick to Aldershot. One of those grounds that just banks away slightly at the edges, doesn't it? Just falls away. Shots are going to have a free kick. They're going to send Maghomer and Ellison forward here and try and get it to the edge of the final third. Try and get the knockdown. Try and create Aldershot Town's first clear-cut chance. They've only given away one clear-cut chance so far, and it was a brilliant save from Dewhurst. Ryan Jones sends it in. Missed by a lot of people. Ooh! Gets stuck under the feet of Innes and then carries on its journey, and then eventually it's cleared. Aaron Jones will head it across. Cardwell competes, but Tetek gets there first. Bunker heads it forward. Tetek gets something on it and sends it into the path of Ryan Jones. He almost runs out of pitch. Again, that slope just almost catching him out, but he goes back to Ollie Scott. Scott goes back to Marcus Dewhurst, and Dewhurst kicks long now. And Aaron Jones arrives a little bit late, but nice and firmly up against the Forest Green left back Jamie Robson, and the referee gives a free kick and nothing more. And that, Julian, is in tune with the way he's refereed the game so far, isn't it? Because Barham got no change out of the ref for the thumping, contacts, shoulders from Moore-Taylor.
Yeah, refs having a good game so far, letting it flow, but also just pulling up on some of those fouls that
no complaints, by the way, that the Forest Green Rovers fans are appealing for everything. It's what you do, it's what home advantage is, isn't it? Ball forward, Henry can't win it cleanly, Frost's onto the knockdown, touches it into the path of Aaron Jones. Cameron Hargreaves battles back with a great second and third touch after a difficult first one, and spreads it out to the left through Tetek to Ryan Jones. Tetek's gone for the return ball. He's up against Bunker now, tries to make room for a cross. Is he going to go back to Ryan Jones? He is. Jones, one touch, sends the ball in, punched away by Forest Green, only as far as Henry. Has he handballed it? Nothing given. Still in the penalty area. Forest Green tried to go back the back pass, and nobody gets onto it. It's a corner. It's the sixth corner of the game, 3 to each side, and the shots are in this, Julian.
Yeah, they've put Forest Green defence under a lot of pressure in the last few minutes, and that was an unforced error. And looking to take advantage of this wind, which is really swirling around, but in our favour. Frost is about to take the corner.
Yeah, third place Forest Green defending a corner here, and it comes from Frost. Frost headed away. Hargreaves looking to get onto it first, but he's just outmanoeuvred by McCann, and he's not letting McCann say, oh, he does brilliantly, Hargreaves. Pokes a foot in, plays it off McCann, and it goes into touch, and McCann looks away and he can't believe it. Well done, Cameron Hargreaves. Another tremendous bit of work from him. Throw in into Henry, short, back to Aaron Jones. Aldershot can't find room for a return. Eventually they do. Henry stumbles as he gives it back to Aaron Jones. Hargreaves, Ellison back to Maghomer. Maghomer one touch onto his left foot, then he strokes it out to the left to Ollie Scott. Scott into Ryan Jones on the line. That doesn't come off. He's lost it, but he's looked to win it back again. Played it off the Forest Green player. And Aldershot are winning a lot of the 50-50 battles, Julian, and they're going to need to if they're going to hold their own against the quality and the class of Forest Green today. Yeah,
there's a lot of tenacious tackling going on, and as you said, we're winning some of those 50-50s. And the last 5 minutes or so, we've been largely in possession, and your Forest Green are just about to start to pick up again. McAllister's got the ball in the middle, but again he's lost it.
Yeah, it was a poor touch by McCann. Hargreaves was there ready to pounce. They go back to Aaron Jones. Barham can't compete with Innis. Forest Green have got it, and Maghomer just unfortunately comes through the back of the number 8, and it's a free kick to Forest Green, and nothing more from Michael Crosham. I'll get his stats up in a minute. I'd suggest from what we've seen from the opening half an hour that he's not one of the more card happy refs. He certainly, I think, is trying to keep them in his pocket in the first half. Do you get that feeling?
Yeah, I think I've seen those given before. Yeah, Maghomer's gone straight through the back of the Forest Green player, and he's just about to put the free kick in now.
Out to the far side on the right, is headed back by a Forest Green player to McAllister on the edge of the box, but now Ryan Jones has got it and he clears it forward, and it's not a bad clearance because Barham's competing for it up against Robson. Forest Green looking to get bodies back, but Barham continues his run, sends it in and wins another corner for the Shots. Well done, Jack. We're in the 32nd minute, and Aldershot are by no means being completely bossed out of this. Every 5-6 minutes they're countering well, they're countering in number, and they've won their 4th corner of the game. Tyler Frost is fetching it now, which give me a chance to pause breath and let Julian Walters have a quick word.
Yeah, that was a great clearance from our own penalty box by Ryan Jones, and Barham was chasing, almost a lost cause, but he was chasing into the inside left channel, managed to get hold of the ball, and then he was one-on-one with the defender.
Corner's taken short from Frost to Ryan Jones. Jones now trying to make room to get a cross in. That's blocked. He's got it back again though. Goes back to Frost on the edge of the area. Floats in a corner to a ball to the far post. Headed away by Cardwell. Picked up by Hargreaves. Sends it back into the area. Headed away again by Cardwell. Henry competing for it there. Frost heads it forward into the path of Ryan Jones. He's in the penalty area. Sends it in. Touch towards goal by Aaron Jones. And then comes off a couple of bodies and drops where it can be snaffled by Jed Ward. Probably the first real sight of goal the Shots have had. 32 and a half minutes gone, 0-0. Here's Julian Walters.
That could have gone either way, Rob. Barham was so unlucky with that one. The ball was just crossed in really beautifully from the left hand side, and it just didn't fall for him. In the end, the Forest Green defence were able to put it back to the keeper.
Here's a header down. It's going to go all the way through to Dewhurst. I know I've already sung the praises of my co-commentator Julian Walters today, but listeners, just some of the things he did due to the issues I had with the breakdown, and I left very early today. I was due to get here 2.5 hours before kick-off. Thankfully that contingency ultimately worked, but Julian had sorted out priority parking for me, and we didn't have any, did we? He'd got my ticket in his hand. He'd sorted out everything so that we could start this commentary on time, and here we are now 33 minutes in. Aaron Jones going to send a cross in, headed away by Innis, headed back in by Tetek, edge of the area, taken down by Henry. Mays onto it, sends it left to Robson. Robson sends it forward, and it will come back again via an Aldershot player of Ollie Scott. In fact, he couldn't get through. It was blocked, but Tetek's there to get on the loose ball, and every one of those 11 players is playing their part in this performance so far. 0-0, and here's Barham getting past his man, pulls it back. Tyler Frost tries a shot. It's half cleared, and now it will be. Oh no, he's giving it back to Barham. Sent back into the area. Aaron Jones tries to get a shot in, but he scuffs it. No power on it, and it's easy for Jed Ward. And ironically, Julian, in the 35th minute, it's Aaron Jones, the skipper, playing as a right wing back today, who's had the best opportunity to swing his feet inside the penalty area on the ball.
Yeah, you can hear from the if you can hear the crowd, they're getting a little bit restless with the amount of mistakes that Forest Green are making at the moment. But as we all know,
here's Cardwell in the penalty area, shoots, blocked by the feet of Dewhurst again. Again, Cardwell should have scored. Again, Dewhurst saves the day. And they are the only two chances that Forest Green have had, and Dewhurst has been equal to them, and it can't be easy for him coming back into the side, having not played any part in the last 4 games. Testimony to him, to Geordie, to Dave the goalkeeping coach, keeping both those goalkeepers ready to be called upon as and when needed.
Yeah, as I was saying before Rob came on there, that it only takes a moment to score a goal, and Cardwell found himself free one-on-one with Dewhurst, and Dewhurst has stood up to him and made the save again. It's another great save, and it's not taken him 1 or 2 games to get into it. He's straight in.
They're down by the byline now. Cardwell sends it back, cross comes in, acrobatic attempt just goes up in the air, and it's cleared away by Ellison, and Forest Green have to battle for it in the end. They were going to leave it for the throw, but Barham shows his presence again. He's doing really well in that little pocket on the left, isn't he? He's the only out-and-out centre forward. Frost and Henry in support of him when they can, and the whole team, in fact. And Forest Green have been given another free kick here. Must have been a bit more of a subtle one, that one. I think it's Bunker who's fouled. It is. It's out level with the left-hand side of the penalty area, not too far outside. I'd say probably 25 yards out. Adam May is there, and Adam May is going to take it. No one else is staying with him. Forest Green electing to get the players in. So big set piece opportunity here, and they've got Bunker, Cardwell, Innes and Moore Taylor all up in there, and I have to say Aldershot height wise must be outnumbered, if you get my drift. In it comes from May, and it's through the corridor of uncertainty and behind the goal kick to the shots. 36.5 minutes gone. We hope you're enjoying the BBC Surrey commentary this afternoon with myself, Rob Worrell, and Julian Walters. His full debut as an out-and-out co-commentator. We were going to have Joe Pope with us again, as we did have 3 of us at Yeovil. Joe unfortunately couldn't make it in the end, but despite all the drama that we didn't really need leading up to kick-off, you're enjoying yourself, Julian?
Yeah, it's a really good occasion. Loving the game, and actually really loving the Aldershot performance at the moment, because they're really standing up to the league leaders, and more than a match for them as we enter the 37th minute.
Here's Aldershot coming down the left. Ryan Jones was so brave. He put his head on it. The Forest Green player came through. The ball ended up in touch. It's a nasty coming together. It's coming, and it's a yellow card for the Forest Green right back, Sean Long, wearing the number 3. The Forest Green fans aren't happy, but the referee, if he'd been overzealous, could have given more. I think, as anybody who's ever played football, it was fully committed from both players, no malice, but Ryan Jones did not flinch. He put his head there, and then the Forest Green player arrived and made contact with his head.
Yeah, he got there just before the Forest Green player and absolutely battered him. First yellow card of the game, and
I don't think the ref had any choice there.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
It had to be yellow.
It was actually clean through down the left-hand side. If
Sean Long, yeah, thank you. In comes the free kick, headed away by Adam May, headed on by McCann, headed out again, but again Hargreaves is there, but good strength. Ollie Scott though, brilliant recovery pace, recovers, and he actually clears away with 3 Forest Green players around him. They come forward again. Oh, Scott takes it brilliantly on his midriff, and again averts the danger, sends it out to Ryan Jones on the left. All I can tell you, listeners, there's been 2 half chances for shots, 2 clear-cut ones for Forest Green. They both involved the same players. Cardwell both times, 2 brilliant saves from Dewhurst. And at the other end, Aaron Jones just getting an opportunity to swing, players in front of him, not making clean contact on his left foot either side, and not quite getting the effort away. But that aside, 39 minutes gone, your Aldershot Town side have given absolutely everything out there. In comes another cross, it's missed by Maghoma, and then behind him various others. Cardwell's on the floor, the Forest Green players and fans are appealing for a penalty, nothing given. They've still got it, it's cleared. It was picked up by Ryan Jones. He's got Tyler Frost out here on the right hand side. He can't get the touch when he wanted it, but he does recover to get a touch. Goes back to Aaron Jones. Jones plays it forward to Henry. Lovely chest into the path of Tyler Frost. Frost has got Tetek going ahead of him on the left, sends it out. He's going to have to retrieve it a little bit down by the corner flag. Shots have got players forward if they can get it into the box. Tetek keeps it, goes back to Ollie Scott. Blistering pace this game from the off. Intense, and Aldershot well involved in it. Frost again out to the left to Tetek, inside to James Henry, sends it back out left to Ryan Jones. Can Ryan Jones get his cross in? He can. It's over everybody, and it will drift, I think, into touch, unless Cameron Hargreaves is inches away from keeping it in, and it'll be a throw into Forest Green. What a game, Julian. 0-0, but do not be fooled, listeners, if you've just joined us. First of all, where have you been? We were here so on time, and it's just been so enjoyable, isn't it?
Excellent game, excellent advertisement for the Vanarama. James Henry is sort of pulling the strings, and again, your last 5 minutes we've been on the ascendancy.
Yeah, and Forest Green heading it away here. They've given it straight to Tetek. Tetek into the feet of Henry. Henry to Frost. Frost to Ryan Jones. He couldn't keep it in. I think he had thoughts of sending it straight into the penalty area, and then I think he just had to check just a little bit of contact on the ball to keep it in, and I think he may also have been thinking just a couple more seconds, shots might get more players in the box. And I tell you what, the wind is gusting terrifically, and it sounds like I'm making excuses for the shot skipper, but he couldn't keep it in. Throw into Forest Green.
Yeah, Aaron Jones was a bit unlucky there. I think he just mistimed it very slightly, and unfortunately again it just rolled off these edges, which seemed to be a little bit dipped, as you said.
Shots with the ball from the throw. Frost has got it, played it off a Forest Green player up to Cardwell, chests it down brilliantly in a tight spot. Adam May sends it out to the far side. McCann couldn't chase it because he was offside, and 41 and a half minutes have gone, and one of the Forest Green Rovers fans just shouts, "Watch your language, Richard," to Richard Dryden, who's from 10 miles down the road, I think he said, his hometown. Not sure exactly where that is, but his good work from Hargreaves again. Just getting to a ball he had no right to get to, playing it off of Moore Taylor and winning the throw for the shots. And the shots, Julian, are 3 minutes plus added time away from going in with a clean sheet and with the point they started the game with. They're controlling the game. It's sort of ebbs and flows, but at the moment it's sort of bouncing around the middle of the pitch. But again, Barham's trying to get onto the ball. Maghoma clears it forward, Barham gets onto it, sends it inside to Henry. Henry finds Jones. Jones sends it out to the left. He's looking for Ryan Jones, who's beaten by the leap of Sean Long, and he hesitated a little bit on this occasion, but Tetek's onto the ball, sends it inside to Henry. Henry tries a clip ball, return pass, a little bit heavy. Nice idea again, and Aldershot Town are belying their league position here. I think one or two of the home fans will be surprised by just how well and how much they're in this game, Julian.
Yeah, James Henry just was able to just step out of that sort of role he's in there, just step back a bit. Tetek's such an intelligent player, isn't he, that he made a forward run, and unfortunately Henry's ball was just a little bit too far for him.
Goal kick to Forest Green. We're in the 44th minute, it's just begun. Maghoma, towering header over the top of Cardwell. Henry couldn't win it cleanly. May knocks over his head. Ryan Jones sends it forward, and Innes puts his foot through it. That'll go all the way through to Marcus Dewhurst. Stats on the referee, Michael Crusham. There's 4 games in the National League, 20 yellows, no reds. That's an average of 5 a game, and that frankly is the average in 2024.
I think he's had a good game so far, actually.
Yeah, I think he has done well.
The game to flow quite nicely.
Huge goal kick from Dewhurst, which goes a long way before it feels the wind. from the knockdown, Tetex won it. Strokes it to Henry. Henry to Ryan Jones, edge of the area. Little jinking run. Shot. Deflection! Into the back of the net. Ryan Jones will claim it. Aldershot Town have earned themselves a little bit of luck. And they've taken the lead here in the 44th minute. Forest Green Rovers 0. Aldershot Town 1.
Super strike from Ryan Jones. Henry started the move. Found Ryan Jones very positive, running at the Forest Green defence, swayed one way or the other, took a shot and got a deflection, and the keeper was nowhere. Great finish for the shots, just at the right time, just before half time. Forest Green 0, Aldershot 1.
Wow, let me tell you, listeners, this team deserves that today. I think anybody not here watching the game would probably have said they'd rip your hand off for 0-0 at half time. The shots were a minute or so away from that when Ryan Jones has picked the ball up on the left side. He's carried it, frankly. I wouldn't say he went on a mazy dribble and beat 3 players, but nobody actually tackled him and took it off him. He had 2 or 3 Forest Green Rovers players around him. As he got to the edge of the area, he thought, I'm going to have a pop here. A Forest Green Rovers player got some contact on it. It looped up horribly from a Forest Green Rovers point of view. Totally wrong-footed the keeper, looped up and into the back of the net. And I'm telling you now, Aldershot have conceded a goal like that at least twice this season. Can they just get themselves in now to half-time with that precious 1-goal lead? They need to settle, they need to focus and concentrate. Forest Green coming down the right-hand side with the 1-player book so far, Sean Long, for his contact on that man, Ryan Jones, who we thank heavens is okay. Poor touch from McAllister, into touch, throw into the shots, and I completely missed it, Julian. How many added minutes did you see it?
I think it was
2 added minutes.
2.
Thank you to the journalist in front of us to the right.
But just wanted to say, Ryan Jones, the last 2 or 3 games, he's been really positive. Any chance he's getting a chance to run at the defenders, and they were just backing off him a little bit, and it's that same story. If you don't shoot, you don't score.
Yeah, and there's a great win by Mag Homer, and he heads it forward. A shots player's fouled just inside their own half. We've got 48 seconds of the added 2 minutes left, listeners. Forest Green Rovers 0, Aldershot Town 1, and the shots deserve, thanks to the brilliance of Dewhurst with 2 outstanding saves, but they're the only 2 clear-cut chances Forest Green have made. Cardwell should have scored on both occasions. The first save I'd give a 9 or a 10 out of 10 to for brilliance. I think the second one, probably 4 or 5 times Dewhurst would say he'd saved those point blank, and he did. Cardwell will be wondering how he didn't score. Here's the free kick taken by Dewhurst out to the right-hand side, and the perfect result for the shots comes off the head of Moore Taylor, right down by the corner flag, throw into the shots, and we are 3 to 1 seconds away from the added 2 minutes. That should be that. If Aldershot can keep possession from the throw, referee Michael Crosham should blow. He does, and that is the perfect away performance from Aldershot Town in the first half this afternoon. They lead by a 1-0. Here to tell you about it while I have an and breathe moment is Julian Walters.
Yeah, a super half from shots. Last few games we haven't got off to a great start in the first half, so my guess would be that Hugo has told them to get stuck in straight away. And as Rob alluded to earlier on, Forest Green have been limited to 1 or 2 chances, really good chances, and Dewhurst again has justified his selection of being back in the team with 2-3 excellent saves. But also on the break, the shots have been dangerous, and if you look at the possession stats, my guess would be that we've been pretty much the same as Forest Green, but looking dangerous as well. James Henry has been absolutely superb. He's been the sort of focal point for the shots. Everything's gone through him. Ryan Jones down the left wing has been really positive too, and of course it was his shot that brought that goal on 44 minutes, and the shots lead at half-time 1-0.
Great stuff, Julian. Listeners, I hope you'll understand that I've prioritised the commentary, I had a lot to catch up on with no written preparation due to a vehicle breakdown on the way here. You don't really need the details. All I'm going to say is big up Enterprise, big up AA, big up Quickfit, who came through brilliantly, having given me an original ETA of a tyre repair of 3:30, half an hour away from here. They pulled out all the stops. I firmly thanked the young lad and the boss by the hand and said thank you. As a result of what you've done, several hundred Aldershot Town fans around the country and around the world can pick up the commentary today, and I hot-footed it here. For that reason, I haven't even glanced at other scores. Let's have a look at them now. The most important one, of course, Forest Green Rovers 0, Aldershot Town 1, and in the background our PA system's giving various scores out. I think the data's just a little bit stretched at the moment because it's half time and everybody's on their phone, so I'll come back to those half-time scores. But the story of the first half, shots staying in the game throughout that half, never outplayed for more than 4 or 5 minutes at a time, a constant threat on the counter. As the first half went on, Julian, Aldershot came more and more into it, and I think you used the words, and I was in disbelief, and then until I processed it, I thought you're right. For a big chunk of the second half of the first half, Aldershot Town controlled that game.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've always been in this half. It's never felt like a backs to the wall performance so far, and all the players have been really positive. When Forest Green have had the ball, we've been tenacious in the tackle. We've been working as a team together, which has been really important. Pressing the back three, the back four of Forest Green as a team has made a real difference. And 1 or 2 occasions, perhaps even 3 occasions, that has paid off to our advantage. As I said with James Henry, he's been able to pick the ball up in some really good positions. But once you've got that position, you need runners, and for me, Tete particularly has taken up some really intelligent positions off of Henry, where he's been able to receive the ball, and actually it was Henry who found one of those positions to feed Ryan Jones, which eventually resulted in that goal.
This is no smash and grab at all. Aldershot have played their part in this half. Of course, listeners, we won't get carried away. There's a long way to go, but for Aldershot to even be competing right now with Forest Green, it needed every single player that started, and no doubt every player that finishes the game, to be on their game. And I have to say, it's rare you'd say it throughout the course of a season, but every single one of those 11 players has given everything and been damn near faultless in the first half. Would you agree?
Absolutely, yeah. If you look at the back three, they've played really well together. Ollie Scott's come back in after missing a couple of games, and he's been superb. There's a couple of occasions there during the middle of the first half where he's sort of mopped up potentially dangerous situations, so he's come across and covered his back three. Macoma back in the central of the back three has played a good half, and of course then you've got the 2 midfielders, Tetek and Hargreaves, who have been very tenacious in what they've done. They've chased and harried. Jack Barham up front, he's played his part too. So yeah, absolutely, to a man, they've stood up to the challenge. Don't get me wrong, Forest Green are top 3 team, and they are unbeaten here since last April. They don't concede goals, so to get
just qualify that one. It can't be since last April, can it? They've lost 2 games this year in the National League. I think you just said the wrong month, haven't you? Is it September maybe?
I think they're unbeaten at home.
Unbeaten at home. I beg your pardon, Julian. Yes, so of course.
Unbeaten at home, but
of course.
Not lost at home since last April.
That's it. You're spot on. And just 2 defeats all season, and they've been 1-0 away wins against top 4 sides. I think it's York and Oldham off without double checking that, but unbelievable really. And we didn't get much chance to talk about this, but Forest Green and their very experienced manager Steve Cotterill, the approach he's gone for is relatively a small squad full of quality, in a way in which maybe a lesser level Boreham would have done in the past. if you go with that approach, you are relying on players, not too many players being injured or suspended. I think they got something like 22, 23 players in their squad. That is the lowest in the division that I've seen. I think we'll have a half-time report to radio. Just we'll keep ears out for that. So, coming to us in a sec. So I'll just break off. Remind me what I was talking about, Julian, when we come back.
As well as that, a big welcome to Matthew.
And listeners, I'm just going to steady myself to do a half-time report to radio. Mike Brown, thank you for your feedback. What an absolutely fantastic, fast-paced game so far. Great listen. Ref sounds good. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well, Mike. I'm glad we're managing to make it come across okay.
Also, in the Rovers Street today, we have Steve and his family as well, also visiting from Australia, supporting everything else. A big music contingent here in their work today.
Standing by.
Happy birthday as well goes to Stephen Butcher, who's celebrating his 60th birthday in the Carol Embry Suite. So happy birthday to you as well, Stephen. Another 60th birthday. Happy birthday to Richard Wade, Black and White Lounge regular, celebrating his 60th birthday with his family today as well. So happy birthday to you, Richard. Also a happy birthday to John T. PC, who's at the
Shot subs warming up away to our right. And well, I could look at them and name them, but just in case I don't recognise one of them, we'll go with Van Stappershoef, Bird, Widrington, Corbett, Stuttle, Mullins and Menayeso.
Cassius Green Youth FC and their coach Dan, who are in the North Stand at the New Lawn today. And as well as that, joining them, Stonehouse Youth.
Wow, what an incredible first half for the Shots. They're up against, Adrian, a Forest Green side that have only lost once in 17 games. They're unbeaten in their last 10. They haven't lost here at the New Lawn since April. And the half-time score is Forest Green Rovers 0, Aldershot Town 1. And that is no fluke. They've been magnificent. Out of possession, in possession. Forest Green have created two clear-cut chances, and Marcus Dewhurst, back in the Shots goal, has made a wonder save and a very good save. That kept their sheet clean. And then, would you believe, they had the audacity 1 minute before half-time through Ryan Jones to take the lead. He picked up the ball in the left channel. He had 2 or 3 Forest Green players around him, Adrian. I'm not going to say he beat them, but they didn't put a tackle on him, and he carried the ball to the edge of the area. Then he let fly with a shot. 100% got a wicked deflection on it, but it looped up in the air over the stranded Forest Green goalkeeper, Jed Ward, and rippled the back of the net. And the Shots lead 1-0 at half-time. Remember the shot stats coming into this as well, Adrian. Justin, who wins in 16 National League games and desperate for a point or 3 this afternoon here in Gloucestershire. Right, Julian, for the benefit of our online listeners that had to wait so long, we'll keep our little chat going a little bit longer. What were we talking about before I did that?
You were making a really good point that Forest Green have had a lot of success through having quite a small quality squad rather than a large squad, and they've been very fortunate in they've been able to keep largely the same team. If you look at their last 6 performances, they've virtually kept the same players, and yeah, that's going to help with their consistency too. So noticing the Shots, you know, we changed virtually every game we've played for the last sort of 7 or 8 games. So consistency is the key, and so far this season Forest Green have been consistent, which is why they're in the top 3.
If I actually get a bit of signal data back on my phone, I might have a look and see what their record is coming from behind this season, Forest Green. It is one of the stats on the site that I regularly use for this. But having not been able to come by train, having had to drive here today, having had a breakdown, and just not quite as prepared as I normally am. But what I will say is this, and I know this without checking any numbers, they are the most capable team in the division to win a game anyhow, any way, or if necessary to rescue a point from a losing position. And that's the beauty of the squad that Steve Cottrell has put together. And I know that with looking on from afar and your own research, you'll appreciate that they've got many different ways that they can win or take points out of a game of football.
Yeah, any team that's got the likes of Ben Tozer and Liam Sercombe on the bench, you know it's going to be a strong team. What I like with Steve Cottrell, what he's done is he's put together an experienced team. You look at their players and they're all of a good age, they've all got EFL experience and they're all playing for each other, but having said that, they're behind at the moment, so you would imagine that he's going to have a few strong words at half time, probably get them back to the basics of what they've been good at this season. And although we're singing the praises of the shots, we are still only at half time, and
in football you have to enjoy the good moments, and that's right now Aldershot are in one. Of course it guarantees nothing, but while they're ahead and while they're due to take something home from them this afternoon, the Shots fans may as well enjoy themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Shots fans that have come today, a really good turnout by the way that's come today. Bear in mind that if you look down the bookings, they would have a home win all day long. So big shout out to the supporters that have made it today, and I know there's a couple of my podcast colleagues that are on the terraces as well, and no doubt they're fully enjoying the moment.
That's Julian Walters, I'm Rob Worrell. We're going to just draw breath for 5 minutes or so, listeners, and we'll be back with you for the second half. Run through the teams. It will also give me the chance to tell you that Forest Green have made a change at the break, and we believe it's a straightforward positional change. And going off is Teddy Jenks, who is playing on the left side of midfield. He's going to be replaced by Tom Knowles. So Steve Cotterill has responded at half time. Your thoughts on that change, Julian, while I just get the team news together?
Yeah, Tom Knowles is probably seen as much more of an attacking player to Teddy Jenks. He's got EFL experience. He's a left-sided, forward-thinking player, so expect them to go down our left-hand side and see if they can exploit any potential weakness down there. But he's definitely a forward-thinking player and will be playing very high up the pitch.
We're back underway here at the new lawn. Forest Green Rovers 0, Aldershot Town 1. The Shots now with the wind behind them, and quickly Tetex onto a loose ball, strokes it out to the goal scorer Ryan Jones. Sent it in an early ball, that's cleared away by Innes and helped on by Forest Green, and they could have a good counter-attack on here in the first minute of the second half. Coming down the left-hand side, trying to get the ball, it's the perfect ball, and it's stuck home, and it was the perfect counter-attack by Forest Green, and Charlie McCann finishes. And just 30 seconds into the second half, the home side level, and it was quite brilliant. No real mistake from Aldershot, just brilliant counter-attacking play from Forest Green, and they put a dagger into the hearts of the Shots in the 46th minute. Forest Green Rovers 1, Aldershot Town 1.
Yeah, and as soon as I said that Knowles was going to be a forward-thinking left-hand side, it's exactly what's happened. He's been found down the left wing. He's absolutely bombed down that left-hand side, put a perfect cross in the middle, and it was a simple finish. Couldn't miss it. It's 1-1.
So heartbreaking for Aldershot Town, who took the lead a minute before half-time, and sadly they've lost it a minute in. I know many of you listening in were thinking that's such an Aldershot Town thing to do. They were actually on the attack and they got counted on brilliantly. Here they come down the left hand side. Tetex again been caught out by that little drop away on the touchline. Took the ball under control. Before he knew it, it dropped back 6 inches and it was out of play.
Yeah, it's really strange. These edges of these pitches just seem to drag the ball out.
Now, can Aldershot just steady themselves here? They now have what they started the game with, and that's a point. The ball over the top, headed on. cleared away by the two centre-backs, and then a good winner from Maghomer, who arrives over the top of Cardwell. Forest Green clear it forward again. Maghomer wins the header against Cardwell, but this time it falls kindly, but working back, Hargreaves has won it, clears it forward, brilliant from him again. Forest Green head it into touch on halfway, throw into the Shots, who are going to dust themselves down, accept the disappointment, and go and give as good account of themselves in the second half as they did in the first, Julian. That's got to be the plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And
flick on from Barham, into the path of Henry, and then Henry looks to find Frost, but that's cleared away. Forest Green might counter here, ball up to Cardwell, holds it up, looks for the support. Where is it? Shots getting back. Well, Tetek's won it. Good steal. He's got Barham inside channel on the right, just on the edge of the area, squares it in. Oh, Frost is off balance. His effort at goal just goes up in the air, cleared away as far as Cardwell. Shots almost win it back. High intensity this game. Forest Green play it forward. Maghomer's onto it now. He's going to send it forward, and again difficult now for the Forest Green defenders. Tetek onto the loose ball again. Frost onto it, edge of the area. He's got Jones going down the right. Jones sends the cross into the far post, headed up in the air by Sean Long. Henry looks to head it down, comes back to him inside the area, goes back to Tetek. Tetek wonders if he can make room for a shot. He can't. He's dancing around the edge of the penalty area. He goes back to Ollie Scott. The Shots have still got the ball. If you joined us late for the second half, Forest Green equalised 30 seconds into it. Brilliant counter-attack. Here's a good ball from Tetek. Is it out on the left side? No, it's well cut out by the number 17, the left back Jamie Robson, who heads it into touch. And the second half, Julian Walters has began at the same intensity and pace as the first, which means that the finishes of both sides here are going to be so important today, because you just can't keep this pace up without some fatigue building in for even the fittest of players.
Absolutely, and the Shots have actually equipped themselves reasonably well since the goal went in.
Bit of a late challenge there from Aaron Jones. It's his second late challenge of the game. I wonder if the referee's going to show yellow. He is, and the Shots skipper, to the ironic jeers of the home faithful, picks up the Shots' first yellow card of the day. A reminder that in the first up, Sean Long, who's wearing the number 3 but playing left back for Forest Green, got booked. I think for Aaron Jones, possibly worthy of a yellow on its own, but he was given the benefit of the doubt earlier for probably the two worst time tackles of the day for Aldershot, both by Aaron Jones, and the skipper sees yellow.
Yeah, I think it's probably a combination. That foul wasn't great, but probably a combination of the fouls that he's accumulated. Okay,
1-1 here, and we're 5 minutes only into the second half, packed with incident, packed with intensity already. Oh, lovely little knock forward from Ryan Jones into the path of Frost. He's on the edge of the area. Oh, he tries to find Barham, but he can't find the weight of pass. Forest Green have turned over possession, and they're going to come down the left, I believe, here now. Oh, they've lost it. They've overran it. It was Robson. He could have played the ball out left to Knowles, and he didn't. But Shots win it. Barham's tackled. He's won the free kick down by the corner flag on the right. He appeals that should be more than just a free kick against the Forest Green Rovers captain, Jordan Moore-Taylor.
He's going to get a yellow for that.
He is going to get yellow. The referee took his time. He thought about it, and I think really it's not a bad foul. I think it's the fact that if he doesn't make the foul, Barham's guaranteed to get a ball into the box, and the referee's stopped a potential goal scoring opportunity there.
I think same as Aaron Jones there. I think that's probably an accumulation. I think Moore was one more foul and he was going to go in the book. This is a really good opportunity. Ryan Jones is over the ball now. It looks like he's going to swing it in with the left foot, and bearing in mind that he
send
can get
it right
under
in there.
The bar.
If you can whip it in with pace on the wind gusting, any kind of touch might take it in, and frankly Aldershot Town wouldn't care if it went in off a Forest Green player. But Ryan Jones, I think, is favourite for me here. I think he's just going to whip this in. He's got his back to the goal line. It's halfway between the penalty area and the touchline, and it comes, and it's just headed back across. It's a corner to Shots. Who was up there? Jack Barham headed it back across, came off a Forest Green player. Barham himself appealed for handball. There weren't too many appealing for that, to be fair. Goes behind. It's a corner to Shots, their 5th of the game. We've actually had more corners than the home side in this game, and Tyler Frost going over to take this. Ryan Jones interested as well. They could potentially take it short. Forest Green, of course, got the height advantage, but they are going to send it straight in. Frost goes low, it's flicked on, up in the air. There's some pushing in the back of a Shots player, and there's no decision given. The ball's bounced. There's another. Is that foul on Henry? It's squared across. Oh, brilliant clearance. So the ball's sent across the goal by Tyler Frost, and a Forest Green body has thrown himself at it. Probably 2 yards out. It's gone over the bar somehow, behind for another corner. That could so easily have gone in, Julian.
Absolutely. I can't believe that didn't go in. Forest Green player facing his own goal. Ball's been whipped across really well by Tyler Frost. And the really hard cross in there, and he's just managed to get something to it, and it's gone over the bar.
No question at all. The Shots are not hanging in here at 1-1. Yes, they conceded in the first 30 seconds thanks to a brilliant counter-attack, but they've been asking all the questions since, and they've got now their 6th corner of the game. In it comes, headed away by Cardwell, who finds Ollie Scott. Scott, good composure, sends it to Tetek. Tetek keeps control, finds Hargreaves, always available. Hargreaves gives it back to Tetek. Shots keeping possession well, and they might just build another attack here. Ollie Scott inside to Maghomer. Maghomer out to the right hand side, where Ryan Jones is still there from the corner kick. He gets a header on it. It's cleared over his head by a Forest Green player, and then Ellison heads it forward. Forest Green player comes in late, and I would have. Well, the referee's a lot closer than us. I thought that was a foul on Ellison, but nothing given. Throw in Forest Green in the left back position. Julian Walters.
Yeah, I think Ellison might have been looking for a foul there. He's dived in with the head. He's gone for a throw. I can see why the ref's not given that.
Forest Green throw is one in the air by Ellison, heads it back into touch. 54 minutes exactly gone now, listeners. Forest Green Rovers 1, Aldershot Town 1. Forest Green have lost the ball from their throw. Hargreaves is the recipient. Aldershot playing some passes around, and then they give it away through Ellison, who finds Bunker. Forest Green ping it out quickly out to McAllister on this right side. He cushions the header to keep control of it. He's up against Ollie Scott now. Scott battling away with him while Shots get players back. And he's only got hands on him. I didn't think there was much contact there, but the assistant referee flags for the free kick, and it will be a free kick to Forest Green here, out on the right hand side, probably 12 yards out from goal, just 3 or 4 yards in from the touchline. Julian, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought that was really harsh actually. Yeah. I thought Ollie Scott did well to hold McAllister up. McAllister's starting to get into the game a little bit more. He's been largely quite quiet so far, but they're looking to get him a bit more involved as well, and yeah, they've got a chance now. Adam May's got a chance to swing this ball in right-footed, and Forest Green have got 3 or 4 players, big players up for it.
Adam May is going to swing in this free kick right-footed. In it comes, headed away by a Shots player. A lot of big guys in there for Forest Green. The Shots don't want to give too many free kicks away around the edge of the box, because if you give them too many opportunities. Well done, good pressing from Shots. They go all the way back to the keeper. Barham interested even then. Frost wins the header. Hargreaves helps it on. Henry's battling for it, but it's headed back to goal by Jamie Robson. And it remains Forest Green Rovers 1, Aldershot Town 1. On chances, on territory, on possession, it's a fair scoreline. The Shots, I thought, certainly deserving of their clean sheet at half time, and a little bit of fortune with the goal, which they earned. And those who've watched every Aldershot Town game this season would probably say, even fairly and unbiasedly, that in the key moments in front of goal, Aldershot have probably suffered more bad luck than they've had good luck. And Ryan Jones proving the theory: if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the lottery. Just carried the ball to the edge of the area, didn't he? And then he had a go, and deflected off a Forest Green player, looped up over Jed Ward into the net, and then agonisingly for the Shots, just 30 seconds into the second half, from their own attack, Forest Green countered brilliantly, and it was the substitute Knowles who got away down the left. Is Henry robbing the ball, winning the ball back inside the penalty. Now he goes back out to Aaron Jones. He'll swing in across, headed back across goal. Tetek, oh, he sliced a shot just wide. He made pretty good contact with it, and if it had started on target for the goal, it would have literally outswung into the side netting, but it ends up missing the goal by no more than a couple of feet. Julian Walters.
Great great shot from Tetek on the edge of the box. Aaron Jones found himself on the right hand side, deep cross. Ryan Jones headed back and Tetek was there, just unlucky.
Here's Forest Green, swift from one end to the other, and the ball goes through to Dewhurst. I'm trying to get a read on that wind, and I'm wondering if it's changed direction slightly. I don't see the ball holding up on it quite like it did. There's a poor ball across their own defence. Forest Green, and Aldershot are well positioned to press. In the end, they go back to the keeper who clears forward, and that's not a great kick either. A little bit nervy, Forest Green. Ryan Jones battling away for a ball there. Dives in a little bit to try and make sure he got there before Bunker couldn't make contact with the ball. It runs into touch, throw into Forest Green, 10 yards inside their own half, 58 minutes gone. Rovers 1, Shots 1. Here's Bunker holding the ball up, tenacious pressing from Shots, and Tetek deemed to have fouled, and then Bunker pushes Tetek back down to the ground, and the referee might need to have a word with Bunker. He can't afford to react like that, and the referee should punish him for that. He gave the free kick, Bunker pushed Tetek to the ground, and the referee's having a word with Bunker. He's not going to do any more. He's shown 3 yellow cards already this afternoon. 2 of those to Forest Green players, Jordan Moore-Taylor and Sean Lock, and 1 to Aaron Jones. The Shots skipper, 58 and a half minutes gone here. Apologies for the lack of updates on other games. Cardwell kind of gets his head on it with Ollie Scott, but it dribbles through to Dewhurst, and the Shots can briefly just pause for breath, and so can I.
I think the game's finally poised at the moment. It could either go either way, and Forest Green are making uncharacteristically quite a few mistakes, and the Shots are picking up the ball in the middle. They've got a throw in just down the right hand side at the moment, but what I'd like to see from the Shots now is to perhaps take a few long shots and see what happens.
From their own throw, Aldershot, they've lost possession, but 6 players working hard to get back, and one of them got his foot in the way of a Forest Green pass, and it diverted back to Marcus Dewhurst, who reluctantly, probably with a nod from the ref, leans down and picks it up. It did come off the foot of a Shots player, but there's no way it was an intended pass. We are almost at the hour mark, listeners. A pulsating game here at the New Lawn. The Shots playing a full part in it, and it's 1-1 on the hour mark, and they're in Forest Green's half now. Tetek sends it out to Ryan Jones on the left side. He's got 2 Forest Green players for company. Can't get past them, so he goes back to Ollie Scott. Scott to Tetek. He's been pulling the strings all over the pitch today. He really has been outstanding. He survived the knock early on. Here he is again in possession. Goes back to Ollie Scott, and then goes for the return pass. He drifts onto the ball. Should be able to get it in. It comes now. 1-2 ball back to Henry. Shot. Half cleared. Comes out. Shot from Aaron Jones is on target, but cleared away at the near post. And I have to say that somehow or other the Shots should have scored there. Everybody was unselfish. They kept the ball moving. A huge chance, and the 3rd one of the day for Aaron Jones. Tetek with the only other opportunity. Aaron Jones in the 61st minute. Julian Walters.
That's a superb move from the Shots. It started at the back. Ollie Scott finding Tetek, in turn finding James Henry in a deal of space. Goldie made a great save from James Henry, but the ball ran loose, and Aaron Jones swung his left foot at it, and unfortunately it didn't make the net. But Forest Green just trying to get hold of the game again now. They've made a change. They brought in Osabedi into the middle in place of Harvey Bunker, and we're going to just catch breath.
Yeah, that's it. I must admit I thought Bunker was having a good game myself, but Forest Green, that's handball, and referee's seen it, more importantly. Free kick to Aldershot, 10 yards inside the Forest Green half, and they don't sign that they're not hanging on at all. Forest Green players has delayed the restart. I think it's Jamie Robson. I'll confirm in a minute. Is that Robson or not? It's Knowles. It's the substitute Tom Knowles. Yeah, good spot. Thank you very much indeed. That's the 4th yellow then for Forest Green players this afternoon. Sorry, 3rd yellow. Aldershot have a free kick out on the right hand side. It's 1-1. 62 minutes have now elapsed. They take it short. Ryan Jones to James Henry. He's going to send in a very deep cross. It's so deep and it's also behind the goal. And I think he sort of holds his fingers up as if to say he didn't read the wind quite right. Can the Shots stay as competitive in this game as they have done to this point? They're going to need those finishers, and we'll keep an eye on the Shots bench, which is in front of us. We'll keep an eye on those players warming up. There's another towering winner from Mag Homer, who has really dominated Cardwell in the air. But it has to be said, the two clear-cut opportunities Forest Green have both fallen to that man Cardwell. And Marcus Dewhurst was equal to both of them. He's got the ball in his hands now as Cardwell shuts him down. You'll have to keep, I think, your own eyes on the other scores this afternoon, listeners. I just can't get the signal that I need, and also if you're messaging me, then that would be a problem. I think still can't quite work out where that feedback's coming from. Is it definitely in your headphones? It is, yeah. Okay, no worries. It may be something to do with the ISDN line and it being relayed by the local BBC station. I'm not sure, but anyway, you're not hearing it, listeners, so we'll crack on regardless. And we're taking on every challenge that comes our way today, aren't we, Julian? We got here, we're on air, we hopefully will stay on air. And the Shots at the moment are in possession of a precious point, and they've got the barefaced cheek at times to look as if they want to add two more to that. Here they are shutting down Ward. He squares it to his left back, but he's had a poor touch, Robson. Aaron Jones has won it, but then he's had a heavy touch. I still think the slight slope at the edge of the pitch combined with the gusts of wind are not helping the players. Here's a ball flicked on, Barham's there. It'll be another corner to the Shots, headed behind by Innes. And I think they've now won 7 corners at least. I mean, there may be more if I forgot to make a note of them, Julian. But
again, another example of a really tenacious play in the middle of the field, harrying, hassling, and resulted in Innes just having to head the ball behind for a corner.
Yeah, and the Shots fans, plenty of them over on the far side opposite us, but no roof over them, but still making themselves heard. In comes a wicked little curling header. Corner, and Ellison was there and up there, but it's been cleared away by Forest Green. Brilliant header by Ollie Scott, back out to Ryan Jones, but it bounces up on him a little, can't control it. It's into touch for the throw. We'll look out for news of the official attendance this afternoon. I can't quite see whether it's 2 or 3 sections of Aldershot fans. If it's all 3, then there's probably 200 plus out there, which is magnificent. Quite a few years since the Shots have been here. Here's Mag Homer spraying a ball out to the left. Ryan Jones does really well to get a touch on it, but that touch finds touch, and it'll be a throw in now to Forest Green. 65 minutes gone here on BBC Surrey Online. Ryan Jones has dispossessed the substitute, sends it inside. Frost helps it on to James Henry. Half clearance, runs nicely for Ryan Jones. Frost into the box, squares it across, cut out behind. Another corner to the Shots. And they are really asking questions here, Julian.
Starting to put some pressure on. Quick corners just come in.
Yeah, taken to Ryan Jones. His neat foot sends his cross into the far side. Oh, even though Barham had hung back, it's too strong. And I've got to say it again, you can barely fault this Aldershot Town performance, but maybe just one area, if you're looking for a little bit of improvement, is the quality of the balls from the free kicks, the crosses and the corners into the box. That could be a little bit better.
Yeah, they haven't quite got the hang of the wind in the second half. James Henry and Ryan Jones has just put a cross which have been too deep, and that one's actually gone for a throw.
It's taken one strongly in the air by Ellison and then headed forward again by Adam May, but Shots have picked it up with that man Tetek. Ryan Jones sends Jack Barham scurrying out to the left hand side. He's 1-on-1 against Sean Long, comes back down the line, manages to keep possession. Ryder tackle, sends it inside to Ryan Jones. Is he going to try his luck from the edge of the area again? He's into the penalty, tries a shot, half cleared, only as far as Barham. He shoots, that's going wide. This time it deflects into a Forest Green path. Great tracking back by Aaron Jones. Finds Hargreaves, Ellison, Aaron Jones, ball inside to Frost to Tetek. Can Shots find something at the end of this move? Into Frost, tries a touch around the corner, trying to find space, but Forest Green clear, only as far as Mag Homer, who finds Ellison, exchanges passes with Hargreaves, and in the end Ellison, maybe just conscious he was being shut down, clears it into touch. and Hargreaves goes like that with two hands as if to say we should have kept possession. What a shift Cameron Hargreaves as ever has put in. We don't get to see or hear about the running stats, but there's not a player on that pitch that's run more, that's for sure. And there's not a player on that pitch that's played better and Tetic either. Here's Forest Green in possession in their own half, being pressed every time they get the ball. Shots have won it back again. Hargreaves into Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones back to Hargreaves, and Hargreaves back to Ellison. Ellison back to Maghurst. He kicks it forward into a channel down the right hand side. Henry competes for it. Barham can't quite get a touch. Aldershot might be onto it here. Is that a foul right on the edge of the area for Aldershot Town? Henry's brought down, and I'm telling you listeners, it's inches away from the penalty area line. Referee well placed, quick decision, no doubts in his mind. Aaron Jones appeals, of course, as any player would, for the penalty.
Yeah, literally just a yard outside the box. It's just to the right hand side of the D. This is perfect territory for either a left footer, and actually it looks like Ryan Jones is lining up for this one, but also it's in a really good position for a right footer too. So yeah, that's going to cause a little bit of doubt in the Forest Green Rovers.
The ball's, yeah, and it's literally sitting on the edge of the area, so 18 yards plus a few inches if you're lucky. Very difficult to find a gap here. They may need to shift it. Forest Green look like they're going to set up with at least 5 in the wall.
I think Ryan Jones is favourite for this one.
Will he somehow be able to find a gap? I just think it's too close to be able to get it up and down, but can he fire it through some legs? Can he whip it around the corner? The shots with a set piece opportunity here in the 69th minute. It'll be the 70th by the time it's taken. Meanwhile, James Henry is just getting a little bit of treatment for, looks like maybe a bit of Vaseline to his eyebrow, to his eye, something like that. Might even be getting a bit of strap in here around his forehead. I don't know if that occurred during the free kick in which he was fouled there, or an incident.
Yeah, I think so. I think when he was brought down, he's sort of landed a bit awkwardly as well, maybe a boot in the head or something, but yeah, he's just been strapped up a little bit.
Aaron Jones is shaping up to take it right-footed.
James Henry's just shaping up as well. They all want to go.
Yeah, Hargreaves is interested too. Henry says, no, I've had my treatment. And the ref says he's got to go off. But we literally saw in the very last game that when somebody was fouled for a free kick and had treatment, they were allowed to stay on. And here the same rule is it's not being applied. Henry can't believe it. He's got his arms out wide. The fourth official's confirming to him that's not the case. I think Ryan Jones steps up, deflection and wide behind the goal, and Aldershot Town are going to get a 9th corner of the afternoon. It was a decent effort from Jones. Forest Green got contact on it. He got a bit of whip and curl on it, didn't he? And the shots get themselves a corner. And
it's only deflected a few yards wide in the end, but another corner for the shots. And the last 5-10 minutes or so, it's been shots that have been asking the questions.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to be so careful, of course, about Forest Green's counter-attack, which is what led to the goal. But they've got a corner now. They're setting up to maybe take this short, or maybe, they take it short. Frost to Ryan Jones. Jones gives it back to Frost. Frost sends it in. It's cleared away up in the air, and it stays in. And then somehow Forest Green managed to steer it behind for Aldershot Town's 10th corner of the afternoon. What we could see though was that the wind has eased, hasn't it? It's not blowing it back like it did in the first half when
Definitely.
The ball was
and James Henry's back on as well, taking up a position just around the penalty spot.
Yeah, the power play is over. In comes the ball, drilled low, half cleared by Forest Green, and they're going to get onto the Frost battling for it, can't win it cleanly. Ball into the middle, it's McCann. He's got Hargreaves up against him here. He's forcing him wide. McCann holds it up. Players back now and forward from both sides. Well done, Cameron Hargreaves. He stopped McCann getting any kind of shot away. Forest Green putting their first attack together in the last 10 minutes here for sure. And then they give the ball away. And that is an indication, Julian, just how much they've been starved of possession in the last 15 minutes. When they finally got some, they've done nothing with it. And my goodness me, I don't envy you, given the Aldershot Town man of the match today. Regardless of the final score, it's 1-1 now. There's 19 minutes to go. But those two in the middle of the park have been outstanding, Hargreaves and Tetek. And there's been another 9 players that you could mention in dispatches.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but There's still another 20 minutes to go.
Maghoma onto a 50-50. Great advantage from the referee for the foul on Maghoma. Barham keeps possession for the shots, attacking on the right hand side, finds Henry. He's now got Aaron Jones making himself the outlet on the right hand side. 18 minutes to go. Henry takes it. The ball comes off of him actually as the Forest Green player sticks a foot in, and it goes behind on this occasion for a goal kick. We've been spoilt with all those corners. I think the shots might have had 6 in the second half, Julian.
Yeah, they've taken up some really good positions, putting in a lot of pressing, and
there's a ball through the middle, and Maghoma holds off Cardwell, stops him making an effort to get on the ball. Now Forest Green have got themselves a free kick, absolutely dead central, around about 26-27 yards out. The referee's measuring it out. We'll wait to see whether he shows any further punishment than the free kick to Maghoma. Forest Green players interested in this. Adam May is a surefire bet. So too is McAllister, who's interested. And Aldershot Town, having played so well in this match for so long, have got to defend a set piece here. Now this is far enough out that they can get it up and down. McCann's there, McAllister's there, May walks away. It's McAllister, clips it forward into the wall, comes back out. They'll send it back in, will they? They've got it on the edge of the area here. Ball into the penalty area, sent across, header towards goal. It's over to the far side. Hargreaves is onto it. Tetek's there. Is he fouled? It's cleared away. It's half cleared, turned towards goal, cleared away. I think you're going to have to credit Dewhurst with a good block there. Sean Long's going to send it back in. Dewhurst can't get onto it. Forest Green player does, sends it in. Dewhurst blocks it with his midriff behind for a Forest Green corner. Their fourth of the game. Meanwhile, Dewhurst is down. I think he may be winded. I'm not 100% sure. There was a plethora of bodies between you and I. Julian, what's your take on it? We know it's a corner to Forest Green, and we know there's 15 and a half minutes left. 1-1.
Yeah, we go from our end to theirs, and suddenly we're defending for our lives. Dewhurst again in the right place at the right time. I think, like you said, Rob, winded. Back up now. Adam May looking to take the corner. But this is the time when we need to really concentrate, make sure we're marking up tightly and just get that ball away.
All right. Corner then to Forest Green. Might be their first of the second half. In it comes, right-footed. Met by a lot of people. And there it's there, and then cleared away by Ryan Jones, the Shots goal scorer. And Frost battles away for it and wins it. He'll give the throw away. But those Shots players giving their all to the cause. But can they go the distance? Will Aldershot throw some finishes on? It's very difficult to come into a game of this. Ball whipped into the area. Cardwell gets his head on it, over the bar, well over the bar, behind. Goal kick to the Shots. 14 and a half minutes to go. Who'd be the Shots management team of Richard Dryden and Hugo Langton this afternoon? At what point do they bring fresh legs on into a game of such intensity, Julian Walters?
Yeah, we've talked numerous times about starters and finishers. There's no sign of any subs at the moment, and I think the game plan for the next 2 or 3 minutes will be to just calm things down a little bit. Yeah, the supporters are getting behind Forest Rovers now. They've got the impetus. This is the time where we need to really just calm things down, put our foot on the ball, and perhaps knock it into the corners and get the ball back into their half.
So many times the Shots have gone late into games level and shown so much ambition to win them, and occasionally they have suffered then by conceding a losing goal. There is no way on this earth that Aldershot deserve to be losing this game today. They've been quite brilliant. They very easily could have won it. They still might. Here's Tyler Frost. Another counter-attack. Barham onto it inside the right-hand edge of the penalty area. He'll feed it back to Aaron Jones. Jones will send it in. Header towards goal is just wide. I think it's James Henry. It is, with a strapping round his head. Lovely run from Barham. Lovely whipped cross from Aaron Jones. Henry leant forward, got his header on it, and we waited. But it wasn't to be. And now Forest Green will chase the ball down the left, and that will run out of play. It'll be a throw into Aldershot in the right back position. With your thoughts on that great counter attack from the Shots?
Yeah, great ball through to Jackie Barham, found Aaron Jones on the right. For probably first time in this half, it was a perfect delivery. James Henry just geared his header wide when we all thought it was going to.
So Cardwell, prolific National League striker off, prolific Football League and National League striker on. Christian Doidge comes on. The script's written for him. 12 and a half minutes to go. The Forest Green Rovers top scorer comes on. Straight swap.
Yeah, Doidge has scored I think 8 goals this season already, and
great clearance from Maghomer, bouncing around, keeper's out of his area, heads it to Sean Long. Sorry Julian, I keep half coming to you and having to break off. Oh, lovely flick on from McCann. Maghomer comes over, reads it well, puts it into touch. I thought he might have been fouled. Referee plays on. 78 minutes gone, 1-1 here at the new lawn. The shots battling so hard for at least a point. Who knows, maybe more. They've won it back again. Ryan Jones, Tetek, Henry, Frost plays it forward. Barham can't get onto that one. Sean Long turns, can only see Ryan Jones there. McCann sends it out to the left hand side. Aaron Jones positions himself brilliantly, gets a slight bit of contact, goes down, wins the free kick. The Forest Green Rovers hate it, and Aldershot Town are going to bring on their number 9 as well. Kai Corbett is coming on, and he's coming on for Tyler Frost, another one of those players who's given his absolute all this afternoon. Well done Tyler Frost, you've given 79 minutes of everything you've got this afternoon. Kai Corbett, the script is written now for you.
I think it's going to be a straight swap. I think Corbett's going to just sit in behind perhaps the front two, and this is his chance to shine. He's not had that many opportunities this season, and as you said, Robert, this is his chance now. He's got 10 minutes plus time to do something. Let's see what he can do.
Okay, the shots take the free kick through Dewhurst out to the right hand side. Barham jumps, gets a little bit of contact on it, but Forest Green get the next, then Tetek, then Henry brings it down, but his touch was well read, and Forest Green have got it on the right hand side with McAllister. Really poor decision from him, and Maghomer settles to clear for touch. We could see from here that he might have been able to find Jones. He probably couldn't see it. You always have to remember that when you're watching on from the sidelines. Safety first from Maghomer, who's had an excellent game. Here's Long exchanging passes with Odabidisi, and ball forward is Doidge offside, nothing given. He drills it across, saved low down, and then half cleared. Another save from Dewhurst. I'd say it's his 4th save of the game. Doidge, really, when you thought he might be pulling it back, tried the shot from an impossible angle, and Dewhurst blocked it. That was in the 80th minute. Another ball in, cleared up in the air and away by Maghomer. Ryan Jones gets a touch on it, bounces back off Tetek. Tetek pokes it into the path of Ryan Jones. He can't win it. Sent in by Sean Long. Header from Ellison, who's out towards the corner, but Ryan Jones hooks it forward brilliantly. Barham comes short. He controls it brilliantly, turns his man, and then tries to play it down the line. It finds touch. Ironic jeers again from the Forest Green fans. They know they've been in a game today. Aldershot Town have been superb. Can they get at least a point to show for it this afternoon? We've got less than 10 minutes left, plus the added time. Julian Walters.
I think Jackie Barham was a bit unlucky there. He did really well to control a fast moving ball, turned on the ball and just ran out of pitch. But Forest Green are turning the screw a little bit now, and I think the next couple of minutes we're going to need to just steady the ship and to see if we can make any counter-attacks off the back of their domination at the moment. They are holding the ball quite nicely.
They've got the ball in their own half at the moment, Forest Green, and just a little bit short of ideas at the minute, and I'll tell you why. They've got 4 players so far forward. They've forgotten about actually creating the goal. It's a lovely sharp turn from McCann, gives a short pass, goes back into the area, and Dewhurst comes out brilliantly and snaffles it. And I don't want to influence you in any way. You give the Aldershot Town man of the match in the next 9-10 minutes to whoever you want. I've built the cases for the 2 midfielders. You'd be a fool to discount Marcus Dewhurst because of his 2 fantastic saves and 2 good saves. coming back into the side from nowhere in the last 4 games, you know. So I would probably suggest that's 3 players. We've that's a huge goal kick. It's bouncing down, and it bounced once, twice, and Ward will get it. But maybe, just maybe, those 3 are prime candidates. Henry's been superb. Barham's been superb. And everybody at the back stood up and given their all too. Here's Tetek drifting the ball over the top. Barham turns, he didn't quite read it, it was just on his heels. He's literally given everything to the cause this afternoon. And Forest Green come out of it in the left back position, and probably the best thing you can do at the moment with 7.5 minutes to go, Julian, is keep your mind open.
Yeah, there's so many quality performances today, which is a good thing.
Here's Forest Green trying to build a counter-attack here with Osadebi on the left side. They've kept the ball well, sending it inside now. Going to try a shot, are they, from distance? They are. It's low, and it's gathered comfortably by Marcus Dewhurst. It's another effort on target, it's another save. And I think even if we're modest in our count, we have to say that Marcus Dewhurst, and that will be the easiest of the 5, but he's saved direct efforts on goal from Forest Green 5 times now. And you'd expect that. You'd expect Forest Green to ask that many questions. Difficult bouncing ball. May can't get on it, nor can Henry. Now it's volleyed forward. Maghoma is patrolling it and watching it bounce once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, all the way to Dewhurst. We've still got a little bit of feedback in our ears. Hopefully you're not getting it, listeners. I'm going to keep that sound effects microphone down a little bit because it's very close to where the sound's coming from. 83 minutes 45 seconds gone, and the Forest Green fans, desperate of course for 3 points, have the cheek to suggest that for 1 minute Aldershot Town might be wasting time here. They certainly are not. They want to win this and live by the sword, die by the sword. That's the approach, and they've easily been level in terms of this second half. Here's Odasebi bouncing, trying to play the ball off Maghoma, who's having to go probably the whole distance on his return here. Christian Maghoma, he's marshalled the defence superbly this afternoon. They've got themselves another corner, Forest Green, their 5th of the game. The shots have had twice as many, and now Adam May's coming, either to take this short or to take it. I think he's going to take it. And corner then to Forest Green. Referee wants a word about pushing in the box.
Wind's just picked up a little bit, Rob. I'm surprised that they're going to be doing an outswing. I would have thought this would have been perfect for a left-footed in-swinger, but Forest Green are lining up.
Okay, corner then to Forest Green, and we're into the last 5 minutes, and it comes from Adam May, headed away by Ellison, finds Corbett, good first touch, and then he's brought down. Well done, Kai Corbett. Theo Widrington's going to come on, Johnny Stuttle's going to come on. Hopefully the shots management team's going to make the right changes at the right time with the right players. 2,116, 324 shots fans. Tremendous effort as the shots prepare to bring on Johnny Stuttle for James Henry. The shots number 19, the low knee from Bournemouth. Well done, James Henry. Excellent game from him. And Theo Widrington into the fray. I'll let you know who he's going to come on for in just a moment. My guess would be Tetek, but he's been outstanding. He got a knock in the first half. It will be. Dayan Tetek, tremendous game. And here with a tribute to Henry and Tetek, while that substitution takes place, is Julian Walters.
Yeah, I think 2 good substitutions actually. I think Stuttle will give us 10 minutes worth of effort and a focal point to knock the ball up to. And Theo's going to come on now for Tetek. They're complaining a little bit for time wasting, but Theo's going to go in there and just sort of steady the ship. And we need to take our time over that, then that's what we'll do. But Dewhurst has got a free kick to take now. It's just on the centre circle, and he's going to launch it high up towards the Forest Green penalty box.
He certainly is, Dewhurst, just outside the centre circle. Sends it out to the right hand side. Will it Fine touch, it's headed inside, picked up by Corbett, who's moving on to it. Forest Green clear it, and they keep it down the line, looking for Doidge. He's outnumbered and outmuscled by Maghoma, who has got better and better as he's got tired and tireder. He's been superb. Another huge clearance forward by Dewhurst. If points were given out for sheer desire, effort, determination and commitment, Aldershot Town would have all three in the bank already, but still they battle on. There's another free kick, again one for Aldershot Town. Centrally, is it Barham?
Yeah, Barham's
he's come
bash to the back of the head there, and this is what, 30-35 yards out. It's in a good position. I think the shots will just take their time on this one. We're approaching the 88th minute now. They'll take their time, get set up nicely for it, and potentially this could be the last chance. So making sure that they get everything right. Again, Ryan Jones is looking at it. Kai Corber's actually lining something up as well, potentially.
This is dead central, a little bit like the Forest Green one, but it's a good 5 to 10 yards further back. Barham's still down, retying his shoelaces. Meanwhile, the clock has moved on and we are into the 89th minute. Forest Green Rovers 1, Aldershot Town 1. Up steps a shot just wide from Ryan Jones. He drilled it low. It didn't come into contact with any players in front of him. And it's gone out for a goal kick, which is taken quickly, but Jones has quickly run onto the loose ball. It's picked up by Barham. Barham tries a shot from distance. That's blocked and falls kindly into the path of McAllister. I beg your pardon, McCann. Ryan Jones fouls him. Referee decides that it's not worth the yellow. Free kick to Forest Green, a yard inside the touchline, halfway inside their own half. Listeners, it's been a crazy day, particularly off the pitch, particularly with transport and logistics, but we got here and we have been thrilled from minute one. Right now we're going into minute 90. Forest Green 1, Shots 1, towering header won by Maghoma, helped back in by May, headed away by Ellison, headed back across by May, bounces once. Forest Green have got it. A good push in again from Cameron Hargreaves, and the Shots have won it, and then they've won a free kick out on the right with Johnny Stuttle, and it's going to be another yellow card, this time to Osadebe.
Great strength from Johnny Stuttle there. He was only 19, but he was holding off Osadebe and brought about the foul, and in the end it was only one option of being a yellow card. So we've got an opportunity again to get the ball into the box. I'm not sure whether we will though.
In the next, it's taken short, overlapping run. It's asking an awful lot of Aaron Jones, but Ryan Jones got there, played it off the Forest Green player. They will clear forward now. Maghoma volleys it back in the direction from whence it came. Up to Stuttle. Stuttle turns it round the corner looking for Theo Widdrington. We're going to have 5 added minutes. Here's Scott playing the ball forward and off of the Forest Green number 8, Charlie McCann. I think I might have given McCann the credit with the goal, and I think it was McAllister, wasn't it, that scored? Was it number 7, wasn't it? Or he squared it, didn't he? Oh, we'll double check that, and never mind. I'm just losing my memory as we go into the second. No, we are halfway through the first of 5 added minutes here. It's 1-1. In comes the throw, bounces past everybody, goes through to the Forest Green skipper, and can only clear it as far as Ryan Jones. He's limping as he tries to make contact, and whizzing past him now down the right side goes Carl McAllister, and McAllister, who's been superb today, getting Mum McAllister's and Mum McCann's mixed up. Sorry, listeners. Forest Green got the ball in their own half. We've got still 4 almost of the 5 added minutes left. Forest Green ping it out to the right hand side where McAllister takes it under control, pings it across the pitch. Ellison wins it in the air again. Corbett's onto the loose ball, does brilliantly to control it and win it. Looks to send a ball out to the left. It's blocked. Touches it back to Aaron Jones. He'll lift the ball forward into the right channel. Stuttle jumps for it. He's beaten to it by the Forest Green player. Corbett's almost onto the rebound, but Forest Green got it again on halfway. They send the ball around the corner and they can't find the quality, and the reason they can't find the quality is because they've got so little time, and the reason they've got so little time is because they've been shut down all over the pitch for the whole game. Aldershot Town supporters whatever happens now in this remaining three minutes, you can be so proud of your team today. They have been magnificent. Can they take a point or have the barefaced cheek to do what they did in the first half and score in the dying seconds and get themselves a winner? Throw in the left back position. Surely Barham's pulled to the ground by Long. Yes, says the referee, Michael Crosham. Yes, says me, and a nod from Julian Waters. It's just desperation from the Forest Green fans, isn't it?
Yeah, they're frustrated. They were coming here expecting a comfortable home victory, and it's been nothing like that at all.
Right, Dewhurst come way out of goal to take this free kick from down in front of us. He's stolen a couple of yards, and Aldershot are now going to take the free kick. Dewhurst has to be a little bit careful. He doesn't get a yellow. Sends it down the left channel. Headed inside by Forest Green, but only as far as Corbett. He's into the penalty area and he's tackled on the edge of it. The ball runs loose. Oh, Hargreaves swings and misses. Odesebi picks it up, sends it out to the left-hand side. Hargreaves comes back. They've got it on the left-hand side. Can Ellison make it? Yes, he can. Clears it into touch. 93 minutes, 15 seconds. There's 100 seconds of this left, listeners. Forest Green 1, Shots 1. It might well be a point. It might well be only a point. Maybe the Shots deserved all three. Forest Green still asking questions. Off the head of Doidge, behind the goal. Goal kick to the Shots. And it looks increasingly likely, barring a late disaster, Julian, that the Shots are going to nick themselves. Well, I'm not going to use that word. Rewind, listeners. Are going to pick up a deserved point here at the New Lawn this afternoon.
Yeah, some supporters decided they've had enough and are leaving.
Home supporters,
and
there aren't any
home supporters. Yeah,
and now Dewhurst, I think, is going to get the yellow card. You can't blame him for actually now doing a bit of time wasting. Too many times the Shots have been in this position and not held on for the point. They will give the supporters renewed hope with this performance today. It's quite magnificent. Forward it comes, bounces once over Adam May. Long will pick it up on the edge of the area. We're into the final minute. Barham competes for the ball, bounces off his player, comes in again, gives away a free kick. Barham knows he can't complain. 20 yards inside the Forest Green half. Everybody's bombing forward for Forest Green. The keeper Jed Ward's going to take it. It's all hands on deck now. Corbett and Barrett still stay 2 against 2. Ward sends it forward. Ellison wins it in the air. Hargreaves volleys it forward. Corbett's chasing. He might just get there. He does. He keeps it in. He beats his man down the left hand side. He's cutting forward. He's drawing inside. Tries a pass for Barham, but it's cut out by Forest Green. They're countering again. The best game I've watched all season. Lovely touch inside from McAllister. Hargreaves jumps in. He can't win it. McAllister, good tackle. Theo Widrington sends it out to the right hand side. Johnny Stattle's got it. He's on the edge of the area. He's lost out. Forest Green have won it back again with 30 seconds past added time. The referee can't even pause to look at his watch. Forest Green come down the left again. We're into added time at the end of added time. Odebisi comes in. He's lost out to Hargreaves. Corbett comes together and a free kick to Forest Green as the referee thinks about it. And we're literally out of time. Forest Green free kick. Level with the right hand side of the penalty area. 45 yards out. May's going to take it, I think. What a game. Just look at the scoreline, 1-1, but what a game. It's start to finish, so intense, Julian.
It's like two heavyweight boxers, they're just slugging it out with each other. It's still time for another goal in this. Yeah. I just don't know which way it's going to go.
Fury and Usyk, eat your heart out. This one's been toe-to-toe since the off. Forest Green, one last chance to send a ball in. It's past everybody, it's into touch. And the referee blows the final whistle. And Aldershot Town will take home a point to North East Hampshire, and they deserved at least that. Julian Waters, 1-1 final score.
What a match. That's got to be match of the season for me. From the first minute right through to the 97th minute, Every single player gave their absolute all, from Jack Barham running the channels right the way to the last minute. The back three were absolutely superb. Macoma came back into the centre of defence, didn't put a foot wrong. Dewhurst, when he needed to, made some amazing saves. The midfielders, Tetek and Hargreaves, they were tireless, they were energetic, they kept harrying. And it's no coincidence that Forest Green were making mistakes all over the pitch all game. It was down to the pressing game of the shots. And we brought on the substitutions probably at the right time too. Man of the match for me, it's a difficult one because every single player on the day played an absolute great game. There's 8s, 9s and 10 out of 10s. But for me it goes to Marcus Dewhurst. He's come back in. Normally the goalies do need sort of 2 or 3 games to get back into the game, but he was superb from day one. Made 2 crucial saves in the first half which definitely kept us in the game. But as Rob said earlier on, this wasn't a nicked 1-1 result. This wasn't a grab it and run. We were fully in this game, and it could have literally gone either way. But from a boxing analogy, it's a point shared and a superb point, I think, in the cold light of day. Everyone would have taken a draw at the start. That's what we've got. We've got to make sure we use this performance now. We've got to make sure that, come Boxing Day, we are looking at taking 3 points and starting to move up that table. But yeah, for me, it's Marcus Dewhurst.
Thank you very much indeed, Julian. Listeners, I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to hide away from this. It's been a torrid day. There were times today when I thought there's no hope of being able to bring you a football commentary. It then looked, there's a glimmer of a hope that we might get a second half commentary. Thankfully, the stars aligned, and somehow, some way, we managed to get in there with 30 seconds to go before kick-off. And we've just been so richly entertained that I'll have to gather myself. I'm feeling a little bit emotional, but it's just been such a brilliant game. And your team, Aldershot Town, are coming home with a very prized possession this afternoon. Yes, it's just a point. Yes, they're still, in the danger zone in the National League. But take heart from that performance. A 97-minute performance. A performance of guts, of heart, of character, and at least a point deserved. Feeling very emotional. We're going to wrap up there, post-match to come with the Shots management team, and one of those Aldershot Town heroes, one of my heroes right now, is alongside me, Julian Walters. Thank you for everything, and brilliant work in co-commentary.
Really enjoyed it, Rob, and what a game. I'm so glad we managed to make it after all the ups and downs today, because it was truly a magnificent game to be at, and an absolute privilege to sit alongside you today. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, listeners. Have a great Saturday evening. Keep believing in those shots, keep your faith, because this team has a little bit of ability, it has a little bit of heart, character, desire and belief, and they're still fighting for you. Final score, Forest Green 1, Aldershot Town 1. Good night.